Hello, Foxy Finds here, and welcome back to Foxy's Shiny Quest. You know the drill, we are moving on to the Hoenn League to catch Pokemon from the Generation 3 gym leaders, and in doing so, collect their badges. Let's jump right in. Starting off, we have Roxanne with her Nose Pass. These Pokemon naturally act as a compass and face north when at rest. Some sources indicate that they can only face north, but this has definitely been shown to be false. They do, however, generally face north. Despite this clear connection to the magnetic poles, these Pokemon are only rock type. Also, they do take inspiration from the Easter Island heads. Moving on to Brawly, I caught a Makuhita. This Pokemon is the second one that we've caught that looks like it has boxing gloves. Makuhita takes inspiration from sumo wrestlers as well as punching bags, which is why the top of its head looks like that. Next up, Watson. For him, I found an Ampharos. While not on his base team, this Pokemon does appear when you rematch him, so it's still from the same games. I personally prefer when we don't have to stray too far from their original team, and this isn't too far. Ampharos is known for being able to shine a very bright light from its tail, able to be seen from great distances. This Pokemon has been shown to be the light source for lighthouses in various places in the Pokemon world. This Pokemon and its pre-evolutions are a little bit of a nod to the book titled Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? Flannery was an interesting catch. I went with Ponyta. I could have reliably gotten a Ponyta at any point in time, but this seemed like the best time for it. This Pokemon is part of a quest in Pokemon Legends Arceus. That means that on every single file, you will be able to get a shiny Ponyta whenever you want, basically, once you unlock the mission. This Pokemon was used to introduce shiny Pokemon in this game, which was nice because new players may not be familiar with the idea of a shiny sparkle or the shiny sound that happens in this game. Many times, you may miss a shiny sparkle and be alerted by the shiny sound, so it is nice that we get to see a reliable source for both. Ponyta is able to control the temperature of the flames on its back, allowing a person to ride on them without getting burned, that is, if it likes you. I had a little bit of a surprise with Norman, as I was able to catch his ace, Slacking. These Pokemon have an insanely high base stat total, but their ability, Truant, hinders them greatly. They can only attack every other turn. This effectively halves most of their stats. It's best used in double battles, where you can use your second Pokemon to remove Slacking's ability in some way. Then this Pokemon's stats rival that of a Legendary's. For Winona, I caught a Wingull and evolved it up to Pelipper. These Pokemon are known for being able to carry things in their mouth and for delivering mail. They are also shown to carry Pokemon from time to time, just don't leave them out in a thunderstorm though. Flying water-type Pokemon don't mix well with lightning. On to Tate and Liza. We've got two gym leaders that work together as one. I was unable to hunt their signature Pokemon, but they do have a shared team of other Pokemon that I can choose from. For this, I had to go back to, or forward to, the World Tournament teams again. I caught a Reuniclus. These Pokemon are based off of cells and the development of microorganisms. These Pokemon are the product of several stages of cells dividing themselves, but then still acting together as a single organism, which, to be fair, is how most organisms work, but this Pokemon is a direct reference to that. But hold on a moment, I wanted to catch a Pokemon from each gym leader's team, not from each badge. So, in order to actually get this badge, I need a Pokemon from both Tate's team and Liza's team. Reuniclus is only found on one of Tate's teams in the World Tournament, so for Liza, I caught a Grumpig. These Pokemon use eerie movements and strange dancing to confuse and hypnotize their opponents. Honestly, these Pokemon always seem really happy. So I feel like their name, Grumpig, doesn't really fit. Anyway, I can now claim the mine badge for real. Lastly, we have Hoenn. His water type team has a bunch of powerhouses and also Love Disc. With Hoenn's touch of flair, I felt like this was a good fit. Love Disc are heart-shaped Pokemon that often represent love. They also sometimes have heart scales on them, so back in the day, people used to catch these up just to farm the heart scales and then release them back into the wild, since they're not really viable in battle, and even if they were, you wouldn't need more than one. Even Hoenn gets rid of his at the first rematch. Love Disc is in desperate need of an evolution. Go ahead and get on that, Game Freak. 9 more gym leaders down and 8 badges gained. That makes 24 badges so far and no Elite Four members fought at all. I'm basically Ash at this point. I'm looking forward to taking on Generation 4. Legends Arceus may be quite a bit more useful on this one since it's based off of the same region. Well, that's all I have for this video. I need to get back to hunting. I still have a long way to go for this challenge. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and as always, happy hunting.